speaking of Andujar, keeps raking. And this is the first time I've ever asked a question with a cake this close to my face. It keeps raking, but we keep talking about him. And I don't know if it's a problem for the Yankees because they have Brandon Drury, they have Gleyber Torres, they have all these options in the infield. What should they do if this keeps happening?
Well, Miguel Andujar, I just think of Joaquin Andujar. That reminds me of how to say it the right way. He was before your time, about 40 years before your time. But look, Andujar, if he keeps hitting like this, he should absolutely have every chance to be the everyday third baseman. I mean, it wasn't too long ago when Brandon Drury was not a part of this team, and the plan was to have Andujar at third and have Torres at second. And Drury could play either position, let the best man win. And look, we still haven't seen what he could do with his glove, and I know he could be a liability at third. And if that's the case, then maybe he shouldn't be there. But right now, a guy hitting like this, I know it's spring training. Figgy, I know they're getting fastballs right down the middle, but hey,
we've both taken the wind out of your sails here at this point.
He's 6 for 14, right? I know Drury's hitting like 375 as well. Nothing better than some healthy competition, and all three guys could end up on the roster. But right now, Andujar, I think, should be the starting third baseman.
Healthy competition. That is if it was a competition. When you look at what he's getting right now, when you look at that Yankee lineup and you're preparing to pitch against these guys, you get down to Andujar and you say to yourself, well, I'm going to see a first pitch fastball, see what this guy has. And he's been capitalizing on it. Great. Tip your cap. That's wonderful. You still have to hit the ball out. But he's going to be seeing a lot of fastballs from a lot of pitchers who may not even be in the big leagues this year right now. So when you look at the competition that he's facing, you look at the pitches, he's getting an 0-0 fastball, first pitch, he's jumping all over it, kudos. But for me, right now, you can't get too excited, overly excited that the kid's hitting home runs in spring training, off spring training fastballs, up in the strike zone. Now, once the league sees him a little bit, and I mean the Grapefruit League, he starts getting some breaking balls first pitch, and he starts hitting some of those out. Then you start talking about, can this guy be on this roster, and where does he fit in? We haven't seen him play defense, like you said. I don't know how much of a liability he is, but they went out and got Drury for a reason. They believe in Drury, and they believe in his ability. He also hit a home run today. Wasn't on the first pitch, was on an off-speed pitch. So, again, I don't believe it's as big of a competition as you think it is.
Yeah, I mean, they brought Drury here for a reason, and that reason was to play third base. What is the rush with this guy? He can start the season in AAA. It's not going to hurt him. It can only help him. And, you know, maybe he goes to AAA. Maybe he works on hitting the breaking ball. Maybe he works on his fielding. And what did the Yankees get? They get somebody who can play third base and or great trade bait. So what's the problem? Give him his time. He's still a kid. He's got so much upside.
Laura, all the reports, sorry, Doug. Laura, all the reports I've heard is that this kid has been a major league hitter at every level so far. And there's
but not a major league fielder.
Right.
No, that's true. The problem is that, as Nelson used the phrase overly excited, everybody's hashtag overly excited.
Right.
He's a new piece that everybody doesn't know all that much about. All they know is that he's swinging really hard at fastballs and hitting them a long way. So this is just kind of people liking the unknown, which is why prospects are such a big deal.
But how is it any different than Gleyber Torres, who everyone has penciled in at second base? He hasn't played an inning in the major leagues, right? It's all about his potential, what he can do. Both him and Andujar have been heard to be. These guys are major leaguers right now. I like the confidence that it instills in the kids. Let them get out there. Figgy's right. This isn't everyone's tuning up for when the real games roll around in April. And the Yankees also have the luxury of having one of the best hitting lineups in baseball, where you could protect these guys if they actually aren't ready.
The real competition between Torres and Andujar there. That's where you're going to see the real competition. So I think for now, there really isn't a competition at third base, but to make that roster, that'll be the difference maker.
More and more of a reason to just keep Torres down and get another year of team control. This is less pressure on the Yankees to bring up a young kid if they can already have a young kid at the big league level who's raking. That's just.
I'm with you on that. What is 17 days he's got to be down there?
Yeah, it's no big deal.
I agree.
You can blame it on the elbow and just move on.